Today on Days of Our Lives, Tripp seizes an opportunity, Rafe knocks on Abe's door, Whitley accepts a startling new patient, and Jada begs Talia for help. Johnny also chooses Chanel over Wendy. Wendy is making coffee when Tripp enters the kitchen wearing only boxer briefs. If she heard from Johnny last night, he inquires. Not her. Tripp glibly questions whether he is still dating Chanel. This time, Wendy won't draw hasty assumptions. Tripp acknowledges that he does not look good, but he does understand. Wendy responds that it's also inappropriate to disparage Johnny in order to win points. Johnny and Chanel sip coffee in the square after spending the entire evening being questioned. Johnny holds Chanel's hand and expresses regret for allowing her to enter Talia's room alone. Chanel is shocked that Talia supported Colin in front of her. Johnny says she must have been afraid since she did give Chanel the police badge. Chanel responds that Talia respected Colin's advice and cared deeply for him. Johnny believes Colin exerted influence over her. No matter what, Chanel will never forgive her. Talia awakens in her bed after having a nightmare about Colin. Jada promises her sister that she won't let Colin touch her again as she gets ready for work. Talia is unsure if Colin actually kidnapped Abe. Jada is unsure of any other potential perpetrators. Paulina storms into the questioning area and yells at Colin to let her know where her husband is. As Sloane walks in, Rafe tries to draw Paulina away. Paulina is harshly informed by her that her client is unrelated to the mayor's disappearance. Colin chuckles. He is aware of Mayor Carver's location. If they allow him out of there, he'll bring them to him. Whitley hears Rafe's message in her living room before observing Abe dozing off on the pull-out couch. In his fantasies, Abe sees Paulina by his side in the hospital. She says Paulina's here in the dream. He leaps to his feet while still donning his medical gown, saying, "Good morning, sunshine." Whitley shouts to a confused Abe. She asks him if he had a dream about her, but he replies that it wasn't her. Wendy receives Tripp's apology in their apartment. He simply dislikes seeing her in pain. But if she's willing to give Johnny a second chance, he will as well. Wendy says she's not used to guys fighting over her or even glancing at her as they eat frozen waffles. Her father used to tell her that because she didn't care about clothes or makeup, she would never get married. Tripp deems her to be gorgeous in her current state. One of the things he admires about her is her lack of concern. She feels bad about her conflicted feelings. If he wants to see other people, she is cool with that. Tripp is just interested in her. He reaches out to kiss you. Johnny leaves the square to visit Wendy as Chanel receives a call from Julie. From the hospital, my mother vanished, she shouts. To aid her in her search, Johnny stays. He is reminded of Wendy by Chanel, but he claims that this is more crucial. He has a thought. Sloane confronts Colin at the station alone and demands that he knows nothing about the mayor, but this is the ideal time to flee. Sloane scolds him. She may attempt a plea bargain if he enters a guilty plea. Colin doesn't want to serve time in jail. Sloane counters that there isn't any other option. What will it be then? Abe tells Whitley that she was different in his dream, while he was sleeping on the pull-out bed. When he asks for sausage and eggs, she plays it off and gets up. Given how much he despises sausage, he assumes she has memory issues as well. He urges her to put on the TV while he rubs his sore head. She cautions him to avoid the news, and he snaps, "Are you my mother or are you my wife?" She snarks that she'll have to keep an eye on his mood changes after a concussion. He himself takes the remote. Chanel calls to report her mother missing after Johnny provides her with Rafe's phone number. She is at the station, according to Rafe. She will be picked up immediately by Chanel. Paulina swears she won't back down until she learns what Colin knows after Rafe hangs up. Sloane enters the squad room to inform them that Colin is unaware of Abe. Jada believes that the fact that Talia turned Colin in will support her claims above the pub. Talia rejects this. She isn't a heroine. He frightened her. She almost left with him, but she received a surge of adrenaline when she believed he had forgiven her. She sobs because she betrayed him. Jada advises her to speak with a therapist so she may process her emotions. Since she will be in prison, Talia believes there is no point. Where did the formidable woman Jada knew go? Talia claims it was all a performance. She put pressure on herself to perform since she didn't believe she was good enough. She is smart and gifted, according to Jada. She apologizes profusely for not realizing she was in pain. To speak with Marlena, Jada implores Talia. Talia nods in agreement, and the sisters kiss. Wendy and Tripp are in the middle of a kiss when the doorbell rings. She hands it to Johnny, who enthusiastically announces that he brought breakfast and engages Tripp in verbal sparring. When Tripp didn't come up for supper last night, Wendy snidely claims he already made her breakfast and dinner. Johnny asks to speak with Wendy on his own. Tripp departs in order to take a shower. Whitley lies that she couldn't afford to pay the bill when Ab can't get the cable to function. In actuality, she did so covertly. If he has a job, Abe inquires. She claims that although he is retired, he once owned Marshall's ice cream. Abe had the haziest recollection of that. She offers him a VHS with her favorite story she's been saving for 15 years. She cautions him not to open the door before she leaves for work, since his attacker is pretending to be a police officer. He wipes away the kiss she gave him on the cheek as she walks away. Wendy sits still on the couch as she hears Johnny's apologies. She is aware of his last night absence, but he ought to have informed her. He concurs, but by the time he got a chance, his phone had died. To make amends, he invites her to supper. She consents. Tripp comes back wearing nothing but a towel around his waist. He says to Wendy that he is making stir-fry in case Johnny has another Channel emergency. He is aware that she prefers it. Channel places Paulina in her hospital room before encountering Talia. Channel scolds her and wonders why she's even there. Talia states that she is visiting Dr. Evans to learn the reasons behind her actions for Colin. She apologizes. There is nothing else she can say. Jada informs Sloane that the DA is on her way to accuse Colin of breaking the law after Rafe leaves to look for Whitley. Sloane states that Colin will not enter a guilty plea. Despite being horrified by what her brother did, she still has love for him. She speculates that Jada feels same about Talia. They argue. Sloane advises Jada to focus on finding the mayor instead of worrying about Colin, who vanished while she was watching. Rafe knocks on the apartment door as Aide watches TV. Paulina conducts a phone conversation with Julie while in the hospital. Enters sauntering Nurse Whitley. When she recognizes her patient, her expression dims. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bulletin News, and stay with us.